What's up there, everyone? It's GG Sober Sun here on April 11th. 24 hours a day reading, AA thought for the day. In that alcoholic world, one drink always leads to another, and you can't stop till you're paralyzed. And the next morning, it begins all over again. You eventually land in a hospital or jail. You lose your job. Your home is broken up. You're always in a mess. You're on the merry-go-round and you can't get off. You're in a squirrel cage and you can't get out. Am I convinced that the alcoholic world is not a pleasant place for me to live in? Well, certainly not in the end. And that's for sure. Certainly not in the end. Meditation for the day. I must learn to accept self-discipline. I must try never to yield 1 point that I have already won. I must not let myself go in resentments, hates, fears, pride, lust, or gossip. Even if the discipline keeps me separated from some people who are without discipline, nevertheless, I will carry on. I may have different ways and a different standard of living than some others. I may be actuated by different motives than some people, but I will try to live the way I believe God wants me to live, no matter what others say. Yeah, there's a prayer that I learned early on in sobriety that says, God, I'm far too much influenced by what others think of me, which means I'm constantly trying to act richer, smarter, or nicer than I really am. Please prevent me from trying to attract attention or waste time weaving imaginary situations where the most charming, witty person present is myself. The most charming, heroic, witty person present is myself. Please teach me how to be humble of heart like you. And I know that there are a lot of things that motivate me to do things, and it's based on what others might think. And, it's that old saying, I've spent too much time in my life spending money I don't have to buy stuff I don't need to impress people I don't like. And I can so relate to that. I definitely have wasted a lot of time in my life doing those things. But also, I did a lot of things in early sobriety that worked to my benefit because of that. I wanted people to like me in AA. I knew they had the solution. They had something that I wanted. They seemed to be sober and happy about it. So I wanted to do what they did. And I wanted them to like me. I wanted them to say, attaboy, keep going. It's like my long-term AA sponsor, he passed away in 2019. He said, only in AA can you go and royally screw up your life and then, come into AA and say you have a problem, and then we give you a silver coin and clap for you. But that type of motivation is what kept me coming back. A huge part of what kept me coming back to the meetings was that just weird, approval and acceptance and things like that, that I really had a hard time getting out in the world. But prayer for the day. I pray that I may be an example to others of a better way of living. I pray that I may carry on in spite of hindrances. But then again, that prayer there, I may be an example. Is that not a motivation of what others think, what people might be attracted to is just being a good person. So I'll keep coming back. Thanks for letting me share. Love y'all. Look up, aim up, and rise up.